Every day begins the same way, not with a calorie count, not with guilt or rules, but with one simple question: how do I want to feel today? Because food, for me, isn't just fuel, it's foundation. It's how I build energy, focus, and peace. We've been trained to think of eating as a battle between willpower and temptation, but it's not. It's chemistry, rhythm, relationship. And when you start eating intentionally, with balance, not extremes, your body stops fighting you and starts trusting you again. That's what my high fiber, high protein day is about. Not a trend or a diet, but a quiet commitment to stability. See, the truth is, your body doesn't want chaos. It wants consistency. It wants meals that steady your blood sugar, support your gut, and give you energy that actually lasts. That's what protein and fiber do. They're the unsung heroes of every balanced plate. Protein repairs, rebuilds, and keeps hunger grounded. Fiber stabilizes digestion, feeds your microbiome, and keeps you full without feeling heavy. Together, they form the nutritional duet that keeps your body calm, your mind clear, and your cravings quiet. But here's the mistake most people make. They chase more protein or more fiber without understanding integration. You can't just toss a scoop of powder in a shake or add bran flakes to a meal and expect transformation. The power is in how these nutrients work together, how you build meals that nourish from the inside out. That's what this day is about. What I eat, yes, but also why I eat it. The rhythm, the purpose, the feeling behind every plate, because real health isn't found in restriction, it's found in routine. It's not about eating less, it's about eating smarter. So let's walk through it, one meal, one mindful choice at a time, and see what a day of balance really looks like when it's built on fiber, protein, and intention. The morning, for me, is sacred. It's the reset button, the quiet before the noise. What I eat here decides how the rest of my day unfolds. I don't rush through breakfast anymore, I build it. My go-to? A bowl that feels like nourishment disguised as comfort. Warm oatmeal cooked in almond milk, stirred with chia seeds, flax seeds, and a scoop of protein powder. Then I add sliced banana, a handful of blueberries, and a sprinkle of cinnamon on top. The result? About 15 grams of fiber and 25 grams of protein, a perfect slow burn combination. The fiber steadies me, the protein sustains me, and the natural sweetness reminds me that eating well should still feel good. Sometimes I switch it up. Greek yogurt parfaits layered with oats, berries, and nuts. Or an egg scramble with spinach, avocado, and whole grain toast. It's not about perfection, it's about pairing. Every breakfast I make follows one rule: fiber plus protein plus color. The color comes from plants, fruits, greens, spices, because nature knows how to feed you better than any supplement can. And as I eat, I remind myself that this is my fuel for focus. Breakfast isn't just the start of the day, it's the foundation for how I show up in it. You see, when your first meal is balanced, your brain stays sharper, your cravings quiet down, and your blood sugar remains steady. It's the secret to calm productivity, not coffee, not willpower. That's what people miss when they skip breakfast or grab something processed, the chance to anchor the day. And it's not just physical, it's emotional. Eating well in the morning feels like a promise kept, a small act of respect toward your body before the world demands everything else. You don't eat out of punishment or pressure. You eat to prepare, to sustain, to thrive. Because when you begin your day with intention, everything else starts to align. By midday, the rhythm shifts. Life speeds up, the mind races, the body tightens, and you start to feel that slow drain of energy, the one that tempts you towards sugar, caffeine, or something fast. But I've learned to meet that moment differently. My lunch is simple, colorful, and designed to ground me again. A typical plate looks like this: grilled chicken breast or salmon, quinoa or brown rice, and a rainbow of vegetables and roasted broccoli, carrots, bell peppers, spinach. I drizzle olive oil, squeeze lemon, maybe sprinkle sesame seeds or a dash of chili flakes. It's vibrant, satisfying, alive. Around 35 grams of protein, nearly 10 grams of fiber, a perfect blend of texture and flavor, crisp, soft, tangy, warm. I want food that feels alive because it reminds me that I am too. Other days, I go for a lentil bowl. Cooked lentils mixed with chickpeas, tomatoes, cucumber, feta, and fresh herbs. Sometimes tofu stir-fry with soba noodles and veggies. The key isn't rigidity, it's rhythm. Protein builds my strength, fiber keeps me steady, and variety keeps me curious. That's the trifecta of sustainable eating: nourishment, stability, and joy. And let's talk about snacks, because the space between meals matters just as much as the meals themselves. My go-tos are things that combine both nutrients in one bite. Apple slices with almond butter, roasted edamame, Greek yogurt with chia, or a small protein shake with flax. These aren't restrictions, they're bridges. They keep my mind sharp and my energy level consistent, especially when the afternoon tries to pull me into autopilot mode. What I've realized over time is that food is communication. Every meal says something to your body. Lunch tells mine, we're not chasing energy, we're creating it. Because when you eat to support your biology, you stop fighting fatigue. You flow through it. That's what balance feels like. Not control, but calm. By evening, the pace slows. At least that's what I try to allow. Dinner for me isn't just a meal, it's an exhale. It's the moment I remind my body that the day is done, that it's safe to rest and repair. My plate is lighter here, but never empty, is because nourishment doesn't stop when the sun goes down. My favorite dinner is a baked salmon fillet brushed with olive oil and herbs, served with roasted sweet potatoes and steamed asparagus, high in omega-3s, high in fiber, high in flavor. Other nights I go plant-based, lentil soup with whole grain bread or chickpea curry with spinach and brown rice. The balance remains the same, a lean protein source, a high fiber carb, and vegetables that bring color, crunch, and care. I finish the night with something small, Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of flaxseed or a handful of mixed nuts, something that gives my body protein to repair overnight and fiber to keep digestion smooth. It's not about eating less, it's about eating light. There's a difference. Light food still nourishes, still satisfies, but it respects the body's rhythm of rest. And this is where it all ties together, yet because high protein, high fiber eating isn't about macros or meal prep perfection. It's about harmony, about feeding your body the way it was designed to be fed, with balance, variety, and care. The magic isn't in the numbers, it's in the awareness. When you start listening to how food makes you feel instead of how it makes you look, your relationship with eating changes forever. So, this isn't just what I eat in a day, it's how I choose to live, slow, steady, intentional, because every meal, every bite, every act of nourishment is a quiet way of saying, I'm still showing up for me, and maybe that's the real goal, not to eat perfectly, but to eat with purpose. To build days that feel strong, peaceful, and alive, one high fiber, high protein meal at a time. If you found value in this video, leave a like, subscribe, and let's grow together. Nourish and rise.